Pretty good show. All right, everybody. Another amazing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you. We got lots of playoff football, all kinds of drama from football yesterday. So we got we got some happy people and we have some very sad people on the show. So give me one.
Maybe you have the ones who don't know much, just the refs.
Okay, let's run the intro and we'll get this party started. All right, another amazing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you. Let's see. I'm your host Spencer Cadigan, like usual. We have all the normal co-hosts: Robert Humphreys, the Mouth from the South, Tony TMP, Big Daddy Pentojas, Alex G Unit Ginzel, and we have a new addition tonight. My friend Tatiana Micic. She's going to be the referee this evening, and maybe in the future.
Me too.
Hey, Tatiana.
Yes.
It's kind of weird, but like when you're close to the screen, we can see you good, and when you're like lean back, you're like.
I see. Dark. So stay close, like the okay.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, like right there, I like.
Stay.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Just like the light, it's just you're just kind of dark. That's all. It'll work out just fine, but. Okay, another amazing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you. Crazy weekend of NFL football. I'm trying to think. So the more interesting story almost always is in the losing locker room. So why don't we start? We don't have Paul Pratt, ex-Detroit Lion, on tonight. But let's start with the Lions. Greg's going to be hopping on. Eric Zuli's going to be hopping on. And actually, Tatiana, yes. I'll just give you like a little backstory. So Tony and Bama. Oh, there's Greg. There's Greg now. And Mr. Greg Vaughn. So
what's happening?
What is happening, Mr. Greg Vaughn?
Sorrows.
We were just kind of introducing ourselves to our new referee. Her name is Tatiana Micic.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
She works with me at my night job, and she might be taking over as our referee. So, anyways, Tatiana, the guy with the Broncos hoodie on and the glasses, that's Tony. Me, Tony, and Bama worked together in Denver for like years at a huge sports bar.
Oh, okay.
And Robert Humphreys is his buddy sitting next to him.
Nice to meet you.
And we're the ones, like, God, I think like 5 years ago now, we started Sports and Tacos on the pad. How long ago was it?
At least like 6 to 7 or so, yeah.
Dude, it was like 2019 when they first gave us permission on Monday nights to take Sports and Tacos into the band area.
Family room, remember?
Yeah, I've got videos I looked up not too long ago that was from at least like I'd say like 17 or 18, something like that. It seemed like 18 maybe.
So, anyways, that's where Sports and Tacos was born. Me, Tony, and Bama. Then we met this amazing girl, Alex Ginzel, who decided to start coming on with us. She's a huge Chiefs fan. Then last summer we met a superstar baseball. I met a superstar baseball player on the golf course, Mr. Greg Vaughn, who came on a few times and had some fun. And that's basically where Sports and Tacos is right now. Awesome. Just so you know. So, like I was saying, sometimes things can get heated on the show. So it was advised to us that occasionally we might need a referee to blow the whistle. So your only job, Tatiana, is to blow the whistle, and you go ahead and call a foul, and you're going to call 2 minutes or 5 minutes, depending, just like in hockey. whether it's a minor penalty or a major penalty. And
Okay.
then they will be going to the penalty box and they will be silenced
Okay.
for 2 to 5 minutes.
That's not.
But hey, on that note, I got to give a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. And you know, the last segment that we were talking, we talked about tequila.
Tequila.
I brought a bottle of Milagro Blanco.
Oh yeah, hold on. I'll be back.
I love Milagro.
There goes Greg. He's going to go get his.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like I
so
was-
anyway,
It was kind of a win-win for me in a sense. I don't want my team to lose, but if I did lose, it was doing tequila shots with Greg and Alex right there for their win. So it's kind of a win-win. Really, because I wanted my boys being there because we got the Taylor Swift shaft in that game right there. Jeez, man. Jeez.
Yeah. So, anyways, real quick, we'll just like I was saying, the more interesting story is usually in the losers' locker room. I just want to, what do we think about the Lions moving forward, guys? You know, I basically just like I don't know, I think it was last week.
Oh!
Are we, you know, are we buying or selling the future of the Detroit Lions?
Absolutely fine.
You think?
I am selling as long as Campbell keeps calling those dumb fourth down plays when he should have kicked field goals.
I told you what was going to happen.
During the season, I understand that, but you're in a do or die, win or go home game right there. And twice you don't kick a field goal that could either have given you the lead or tied you up right there, which keeps it a one-score game. Now you're back down to 2 scores once they get after you miss your fourth down. No, I will sell all day long, June. I'm sorry, but I will sell as long as as long as Campbell does
But
not
okay,
stop.
all right. I get that, but I mean, he took him to the NFC Championship game. Like they haven't been there in 30 freaking
Good bit of
years.
Super Bowl. I mean, those bonehead calls right there.
Agreed.
Great.
I told you what was going to happen. I told you, you know, if they kept going for it on 4th and 1, 4th and 3, you know, you got to take the points in the playoff games. But you know, he did that all year. I tip my hat to him. He stayed part of the course, and I'm excited about the team. Like I said, I would have rooted for the Lions if they weren't playing my team. You know what I mean? I would have rooted for them. I think they got, you know.
Oh, yeah, the Lions are the team you want to pull for in a sense, as long as, like I said, it's not against your team right there. But, I mean, yeah, they had, 24/7 at the half. I mean,
yeah. How do you blow 24/7?
Right
Hey,
there was free.
Sports are sports. Who's having a victory toast with me?
Right here.
I just took one, but I'll drink a Tony Weiser, man. Congratulations, both you two. Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers,
Whatever.
guys. Greg,
Yes,
I wish it was the Lions we were playing. I wish it was the Lions.
Go.
You can't be happy. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Go. Well, hey,
I was the senior on Tuesday too. I can't play golf yet because of my shoulder, but you know the guys will start coming in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's gonna be a long.
oh
week
my
and a half.
God, this Super Bowl is in Vegas,
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
Yes,
at home.
that's-
It's perfect.
dude. Great, guys.
What you got?
We should go to Vegas. Everybody should take that weekend off and just fly to Vegas.
Spencer, you should definitely go. You're right there.
I could drive to Vegas.
Yeah.
Tony and
Yeah,
Bama, tell Frankie you guys aren't working that weekend. Just take it off. Let's all go to
Yeah,
Vegas.
Super Bowl
Get a room.
weekend. Super Bowl
Yes.
weekend. That might be
Yes.
tough though.
We'll get like a Motel 6 like 100 miles away. We'll just Uber. We'll
Yeah,
chip in.
I know.
We'll
You know, my whole family's Niner fans, and then my cousin played for the Bucks and the Patriots. So I have a lot of people coming. If people back out, you're more than welcome to stay here.
Dude,
I won't know
guys, guys, we need to seriously consider this. Tatiana, let's literally just call into work and go to Vegas for the Super Bowl.
Sorry, we're going to the Super Bowl.
You are going? What you say?
No. That's what we're going to say.
Yes.
We're going. Who's the
COVID.
halftime performer? I'm curious.
Usher.
Usher.
Usher
Oh,
he lives down the street.
That'll be super cool.
It's awesome.
You know what? One of the cool props bets is how many times is T Swizzle gonna be on television, and what celebrities are gonna be seated in her box?
In her box.
Well, I don't know about in her box.
Miss Sweet.
Hey man, that's called another song.
Okay, I'm talking about the suite. Okay.
The sweet box? What'd you say?
Better damn be with all them damn people.
So I'm gonna, I bet that number is gonna be 4.5. They're gonna get T Swizzle is gonna be on TV at least twice in the first half, twice in the second half. That's what
It'd be over that.
Yeah.
I'll say over.
You see how much money she generated for the NFL today?
No.
Since they've been going out, over $35 million.
Yeah, that's exactly what the NFL wanted was Casey and Taylor Swift to be at that game.
You know what I've been hearing too. Like, so I was talking to one of my buddies, acting buddies out here. He just recently got, I think it was some huge Pfizer commercial, and you might be able to comment on this a little bit, Greg, but like a standard athlete paid commercial, I guess is somewhere around 50, maybe 100 grand, maybe 200 grand. The rumor is for that Pfizer commercial, and I guarantee he wouldn't get this kind of deal if he wasn't dating T Swizzle, paid $20 million for one freaking Pfizer commercial.
Damn, he's got a hell of an agent. Holy cow.
The benefits.
Jeez.
Of
Super
dating
sad.
Taylor Swift. So, anyways, whatever. So, anyways, guys,
right.
Now I'll take the over on Taylor Swift sightings during the Super Bowl, though. I'll take the over, whatever it is. They're going to fight the box many times.
Yeah.
Hey, can we circle back though to remember Brock Purdy he wasn't good enough to make it or lead him to the Super Bowl? Can we circle back to that?
I think we have. I think we have some video of that.
That believed in Purdy. Yeah.
Okay.
You and this little Mexican. I agreed. I believed. And the other one, he already ripped off the poster off the wall, man.
Okay, listen. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. But that's going to get to like the main point. We'll dive into that because, oh God. Okay, real quick. Bama. Okay, so the Lions, guys, just like we did like a week ago, pretend like you're buying stock, $1 million in stock. And this week, that stock, you have to buy stock in the Lions, or you have to buy stock in the Ravens. Now, before we answer this question, Bama, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it hurt right now?
Oh man, it's way up there, man. Yeah. I ain't like punching walls or anything, but yeah, it was a sad freaking day, especially just how bad that team played and how close we were. Just yeah. I would say it's about 7 or 8 today. Yeah.
Okay, so and just I want to if this was the Ravens or if it was Alabama, what would have you more devastated? I've seen you after Alabama's lost the national championship.
Yeah, that was when I was. Ravens weren't even around till I was in my teenage years after that, right there. So yeah, definitely Alabama's a heart. Yeah, see me under the table freaking by myself in solitude after Alabama got. It's like,
He came out of the womb, Bama fan.
But it was cool that I always had like 5 or 6 shots lined up for me at the bar waiting when I went back to my seat. Just kind of
right. Yeah. All right, so just like with the Bills and the Packers, okay. You got to spend $1 million on one of these teams buying stock in one of those teams. Which team do you think has a chance to still move on? And hey guys, my buddy Dan, Stage Man Dan, he just joined us. He's going to be doing he's an actor buddy of mine. He's going to be doing the grind segment.
I brought my tacos and tequila too.
Nice.
Hey! We got tequila for every minute to kill you on Monday night.
Family, way to go.
Okay. And hey, Tanya, touchdowns.
Yes.
Tatiana. So not tonight. I don't know why not tonight, because tonight was a little bit of an impromptu show. But
Okay.
if you come back on, everybody is supposed to be eating tacos the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Okay. Or it is a 5-minute major penalty, and they have to start off the show.
We can't give
in
the ref
penalty.
a penalty though. So
No, not the ref or the host. Because
I got chili cheese fries. I can throw in a tortilla. We can make it a chili cheese taco.
I like those kind of tacos.
So moving forward, we're supposed to be eating tacos and doing a bit of a taco review of the tacos that we're eating in the beginning of the show. So if we don't have that, you throw us in the penalty box. So anyways, guys, just okay. Lions, do they, who's got the brighter future? Okay. And again,
buying or selling?
Well, those are the choices. Ravens or Lions. Who's got the brighter future?
Lions.
You think the
Baltimore
Lions?
all day long. Baltimore, they got the better court. They got some. Yeah, they're a little older than the Lions are. Yes, but they'll be back next year.
Well, I think the coordinators. Anytime a team that goes on a run like this, they lose their coaches. So their coordinators.
We're about to get right now. We are, Greg. Yeah.
So that's the key problem. But I think both of them. I think the futures are bright on both of them. You know what I mean? For me, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't replace Lamar. I think
No.
even though Coach Campbell made the decisions that he did all year long, I still think, their future's bright. I just don't think you can play football like that. You can't play. To me, you can't play football like that. You can't. Certain things you just got to get the points. I'm glad the 49ers decided to kick field goals. So
yeah, John Madden had an old rule, and that is never take points off the board. And essentially, that's what he's doing.
It's kind of going like the analytics crap right now. Everybody goes for the analytics. It says go for it. Well, screw that. Go for what you think's right and get the points on the damn board.
Still disagree.
Yeah. So what? You think you play to win the game, Tony? Like you like the gamble?
Hey, everybody's gamblers. Everybody's gamblers in any kind of sport. You know why? Because you want to win the game. Yeah, of course you're gambling. You're gambling yourself. But at the same time, yes, I'm a gambler, and I like to see that.
There's educated gambles, though, Tony. What I feel
exactly.
Okay, let me say this. Like, if they pick up those fourth downs, he's a genius. Am I correct?
Yeah, but hey, you know what? I agree with Vaughn. I agree with buts. He said he's scoring in the playoffs.
Candy and nuts.
In the playoffs.
Have a Merry Christmas. Oh, I saw a whistle there, Tatiana.
I thought about it.
Okay, it didn't happen. All right, cool.
It died down a little bit, so
I was being nice.
All right, so what is it going to take for the Ray? Okay, so put it this way. I mean, Mahomes ain't going away anytime soon. So I have a feeling for about the next probably decade, there's going to be a guy named Mahomes getting in the way of a guy named Lamar making it to the Super Bowl. The NFC is probably a little weaker in at least quarterback class. The Lions literally snatched defeat from the jaws of victory yesterday. So I think personally, to make it to the Super, you can't win the Super Bowl if you don't make it to the Super Bowl. I think I got to buy the Lions. And if I'm buying stock long term, what do you think? So G Unit, you got the Lions. What do you think, Greg?
I'm as long as Harbaugh's coaching the Ravens and Lamar's there, I think. I mean, they're solid. They have the foundation. I mean, he signed for how long? I mean, he's going to be there for a while. They're physical, but I still think I think the future is bright. But like I said, it's hard to get back there. I played in one World Series, after playing 16 years. It's tough. You got to stay healthy. The breaks have to go your way. You got to be able to keep key players, key coordinators. It's tough to repeat. But Mahomes is, he and Andy Reid. I mean, I think, it's like the passing of the torch, from Tom Brady, and the Patriots to Kansas City now, So I think
Yeah.
AFC, they will run it, for a little bit, but, that's why you play the games. Anything is possible.
Yeah. Bama. I know. Well, obviously you got the Ravens. Tony, you are the old wise gambler. If you were putting $1 million on a future wager, would it be the Ravens to ever win a Super Bowl with Lamar, or the Lions, I guess, to ever win a Super Bowl with Goff?
Well, that's a different question.
Well, okay, that's true. But just in general, like assuming the teams aren't changed too much, I'm saying like in the next 2-3 years, you had to put $1 million on one of those organizations to win a Super Bowl based on these quarterbacks. Who would you put it on?
Long-term relationship with Baltimore and Lamar Jackson, you're going to have to go with the Ravens because, he's already proved time and time again. Of course, injuries happens, and it always happens.
Yeah,
but
I get that, but
it's just one of those. I'm going to have to go Lamar Jackson on this one.
The only thing,
still, hey, I like where Goff's at right now. He's at a very young team. He's not a Packers team, but he's got a young team where he's establishing and he's maturing out of himself.
yeah.
I think, I do. I'll go Ravens. I'm going to take
Really?
Lamar Jackson. He does have strength and ability, and plus with the help around him, yeah, he'll be back in the Super Bowl.
He's never, he's got to get there first. So
yeah, exactly. No, understanding. I got what you're saying, but you know what? Hey, any given Sunday, everybody knows those terms. Everybody knows what those words mean. You can win or you can lose, and unfortunately, we're lost.
I guess that that is true. He's getting closer. He made it to an AFC Championship game this year.
Dude, we played our worst game here, it looked like, and they still had chances to really win that game. Minus, a bad throw to the end zone in triple coverage, which flag, whatever, interference, whatever. But Zay Flowers reaching out, trying to get that extra yard for the touchdown, and it fumbles off into a touchback. Another, a couple other 15-yard penalties we had that would kill drives or take drives back right there that we just played out of our minds, not in the right mindset for a Baltimore Ravens team. They played all year long, man. And they still, as worse as they played, they still had it. So, you give me that team all day long with the things together next year, I'll take them over the Detroit.
It's not like the Ravens got destroyed. You lost by a touchdown. But actually, that kind of
second half. It was 17 at the halftime, and Casey got nothing second half.
Yeah.
Just Baltimore.
Yeah. So, that's going to lead to my next point here. So early-ish Super Bowl predictions. I don't know even if I want to get into predictions. We got 2 weeks to talk about the Super Bowl. But if you guys remember me early on in the season, middle of the season, not so much towards the end of the season, the Chiefs, all of a sudden, people are starting to realize the Chiefs have a little bit of a defense. You only give up 10 points to a team that was, think about the teams that the Ravens lit up like a Christmas tree this year. They went into San Francisco. They went into Miami, and to only hold that team to 10 points.
They whooped up on all the big teams.
You go back to many episodes. Like I was saying, even if it's an off year for the Chiefs offense, you give Mahomes any kind of a defense, and that's going to scare me. Because that's it. Dude, tell me I'm wrong.
He got lucky as hell yesterday. And granted, so did San Fran. Got lucky as hell too, right there.
Yeah.
Tell me. My gut says KC, but my brain says go San Fran. That's kind of what I'm feeling like right now. I'm not sure which one to trust yet.
You never go for the Chiefs. You never do.
So, Greg
wins the championship, regardless who it is. The winner of that game takes the title.
Yeah.
Hey guys, both times, of course, my Denver Broncos are not in there. They haven't been there since 50, but I get it. But at the same time, listen, this is the thing. The teams, they played what they played. I feel on both games, and hey, you might agree with me, it was a coaching duel. And on one of the deals where the coaching duel, he did something where he shouldn't have done, what was it, twice or three times? But at the same time, that person shouldn't have done that because he was in a major NFC championship. It still hurts to say because they had the opportunity to win that damn game, including at the freaking. They were up by how many points? And then they let it go.
Did you lose money on this, Tony?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I lost both games. So, yes, hurt. Yes, I am hurt.
I thought we were all talking
Okay.
about San Fran when Detroit covers the 7.
I took Detroit and the 3 points. I won that, but I wanted more.
All right. Super Bowl. Greg Vaughn.
This is AFC and NFC championships.
All right, Greg Vaughn. What? Just give me your initial thoughts on the Super Bowl. You know
what? I really don't have any initial thoughts yet because a lot can happen in 2 weeks. I'm just happy. I'm trying to soak in yesterday.
Okay.
But,
okay.
As like the Ravens, certain guys didn't play because the night before. Even on the Chiefs, Gay didn't play because they thought he was playing, and in the morning of, he woke up and his neck was too bad. So, to me, it's way too early to. I'm going to embellish and enjoy last night's.
You know you're going San Fran, Greg. Come on now.
Well, we know he's going San Fran, but
yeah,
I don't even want predictions.
Please.
But
Here's
you
where-
know what? Neil Smith, I have a ton of friends that used to play for freaking Kansas City too. So it's not like I don't like the Chiefs, but I'm born, I'm born Niner fan all the way. So I'm going Niners.
Yeah, it should be a really good game between those two, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Tony. This is my only thought. Okay, don't get me wrong. Brock Purdy is a miracle man. Mr. Irrelevant has taken his team to the Super Bowl. Okay, but you are up against Superman. Now, normally, I would probably be taking the Niners right now. The Niners all around.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You're not a
I think I
Purdy
no,
fan.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, well, it's not. It has nothing to do with Brock Purdy. It's got to do with that team. And like we said on the show before, the defense kind of, don't get me wrong. The defense wins championships, and
Yeah,
the
we gotta
Niners
show up.
the Niners all the way around have a better football team than the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why they're currently favored. The only thing that scares me, besides Patrick Mahomes and the dude, think about it. The guy plays in AFC championship games and Super Bowls like we drink water. He's
like Derek Jeter with the Yankees. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like every
big
year,
games or nothing. So the thing that scares me, and like I've been saying I repeat myself, the Chiefs actually have a defense. So when you put Mahomes with some kind of a defense, the Niners on paper should win this Super Bowl, but that kind of scares me.
But the Chiefs have a great defense. They have a top 3 defense.
Yeah.
Our defense has given up 125, 130 rushing yards to the running back the last 7 games now. Our front 4, our linebackers are beasts, but our front 4, we got,
Some issues.
and I know, yeah. Well, it's like anything else. We haven't played up to our ability the last 4 games. The second half yesterday was a turning point, but the Chiefs are physical. Everyone thinks that, it's just about Pat. No, they're physical. Pacheco runs. He runs harder than anybody else in the NFL. Him and McCaffrey. He runs hard.
So,
So he's not scared. He's going to take on the collisions and, try to outwill him.
yeah. Tony.
So, like with Pacheco, for the last couple of weeks, he's been having this hamstring or this leg problem. When I'm watching him on the field, it doesn't look like he has that problem. And, hey, I like the Chiefs. The catch is the defense is finally stepping up. The cornerbacks is the problem on the Kansas City Chiefs. And America, come on, you got to admit, what they have is a good front line. They got that Johnson kid where, geez Louise, he's a giant. But at the same time, you got the San Francisco crew that's ready to go downtown Julie Brown. But, come on, man. We got to look at it ways that it's happening, man. It's got to happen. With the boom, with the action. Hey, somebody said championships. You know what? Watch out. Both offenses are on fire right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but was there a prediction in there somewhere?
Oh my gosh, there, little Susie Q. What's the spread?
I think it's basically a pick 'em. I think it might have went to 2.
It's too early. It's going to be picking by game time.
See, and I think the over and under is going to be 52. And on that part, and on that note, yes, I will be taking the over on this. You got 2 freaking high power offenses where the defenses are finally stepping up to the mic, speaking up, going crazy over the podium, and going, we're going to win a Super Bowl. But which one is going to win?
Which one?
So that's what the question is. Which
You know
one
what?
is
I'm
going
San
to win
Francisco.
the
They got a higher
goddamn
power.
Super Bowl? For the love of God. Who?
He says San Fran.
I said San Francisco.
Okay.
It's too early. Don't.
I know, exactly. But if you're calling me, if you guys are putting me at the wall and say, hey, man, you make a move or I'm going to shoot you. You know what? I'm going to take the 49ers. They got a great offense. They got a good defense. You know what? Let's see what happens. Special teams is a problem.
Okay. I'm going Chiefs. They got T-Swizzle power.
That's right.
T-Swizzle.
I honestly
T-Swizzle's just
I
going
don't
to
know
smack
much.
Travis Kelce on the butt and
Thank
be
you,
like,
Tanya.
go get him, Tiger. All right. G-Unit, we know your prediction. Bama, what's your prediction?
I'm kind of like a great man. It's a little too early to call, but I mean, it's Mahomes versus McCaffrey, honestly, in my mind. I mean, whoever has a better game is going to win that game.
Yeah.
I know the other factors will factor in what they do right there, but I mean, until you beat a man, you can't beat a man. So right now, I'm taking Mahomes and the Chiefs, honestly.
Thank
They're
you.
good.
Thank you.
They're damn good. They're damn good.
Tanya, touchdowns. Do you have any opinion about the Super Bowl?
I would like to see Usher in the halftime. That's what I watch the Super Bowl for mostly. But I think that the Chiefs will win. I think the T-Swift power. I don't know. Something like their winning streak too. Just I don't know.
She's
sometimes it's all about your winning. Sometimes it's also just about like your attitude, and they feel like they've just had it.
So I'm the underdog here. I like that. I like me as
Yeah,
an underdog.
My brain says take the Niners, but
hey,
I'm just the publicity girl. I'm just following the publicity. I don't know.
Hey, Stage Van Dan, you got an opinion on the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
Okay.
I'm rooting for the winner.
Everybody is.
If only it was that easy, we'd all be coming back from Vegas in a Rolls Royce.
Well, we could jump in a DeLorean and get the sports almanac, and then we'll know.
That would be sick. All right, guys, we'll leave the Super Bowl at that. Let's run a couple. Let's run a couple commercials, and then we'll take like a minute and a half break, and then Dan, we'll get our grinder segment. Hey, Tatiana, do you got to take off and get to your dinner?
I do in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
In about. Okay, cool. So
I'm gonna take off, Spencer. Tanya, it was nice to meet you. I hope you come back on.
Hey, Tatiana, love you forever, damn it.
Love you all. I just have to get my baby to bed. So love you guys.
I get it.
Bye.
What?
Bye, G-Unit. Okay,
Spencer?
cool. I was just gonna say, I assume it was probably a long night with your glorious Chiefs victory.
Oh yeah. I did have a couple shots tequila, so I'm feeling a little tired today.
Tequila! That's the magic word.
Yes. All right,
Cool.
guys.
I totally get it. Okay, bye. Bye, G-Unit. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right, we'll just give a
Nice
shout.
to meet you.
See you later.
Shout All right, we'll give a shouts out to our sponsors real quick, and we'll get Stage Man Dan's story. Good actor buddy of mine that knows all about the actor grind life in L.A. Back to my
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
Perfect.
Why Sports and Tacos? Because we're number 1. We try to do things a little different from everybody else, and that's who we are because we party like the big dogs.
Okay, sweet. That's right. We party like the big dogs. Okay, let's start off here. There's this really good wine
like a big
you
dog.
need to tell us about, Greg.
What's that? Oh, 23
There's
wines.
this really good wine out there called GV23. Tell us about it.
23 wines. The Pinot just won double gold, 100 points. You know, it's all the proceeds goes towards my foundation to try to find a cure for diabetes, and also to whatever the the society or the community that I'm in is that needs help in. I don't want to be pigeonholed into just one thing, but JDRF is big to me. My oldest son has type 1 diabetes.
Right.
So all the funds goes towards that, and it's a great wine. I hate talking about myself. That's it.
Yeah, brother.
Cut.
All right, we want to give a shout. No, that's okay. We want to give a shout out to Easy Way Network. Zuli's out there working behind the scenes, Mr. Eric Zuli, promoting us. And we're also being broadcast live on all kinds of his networks. And Sports and Tacos is also on Easy Way TV. And I believe on Roku these days. So that's all Eric's doing. We give hey, OG Unit's gone. We'll give a shout out to Dawn Church. I don't know. Anyway, Smoke Lab Vodka. There we go. Smoke Lab Vodka. Super amazing vodka. I think my friend Dawn Church sells it all over Los Angeles. That's how I met Alex Ginzel. She was with Dawn Church, actually at David Ortiz's Hall of Fame induction party here in Los Angeles, like year and a half ago. And so anyways, Dawn is a supporter of Sports and Tacos. We give a shout out to Bill Hammond over at Hammond Entertainment. Bill puts on the coolest celebrity golf tournaments in the entire world. And also a guy we'll be having on the show here soon, Dan Wolkin over at Memory Lane Incorporated. They sell and auction off like the nicest sports memorabilia in the entire world. If you're digging through, like the closet and you find a Mickey Mantle rookie card, Dan is the guy that you want to call for sure. They, like I said, they have the finest of the finest sports memorabilia. We'll give a shout out to Megan Johnson and ex-Chicago Bears free safety Doug Plank. They're going to be coming back on the show soon. They have a podcast called Sports and Shopping, which is pretty hilarious. And Megan and Doug are just great people all the way around. It's really cool having Doug on the show, hearing old school football stories from back in like the 70s and the 80s, and somebody who, got to play with like Walter Payton. It's awesome. Give a shout out to Ray Pinetto over over at Pro Signatures Memorabilia. They have the coolest sports collages in all the land. And we'll give one last shout out to our buddy Paul Pratt, who is probably kind of sad right now because his Detroit Lions lost the NFC Championship game yesterday. But Paul has a brand of his own water called Noah Water, which is like super electrolyte injected, super hydrating water that actually is starting to take off. It's starting to be sold all over the place. So we definitely like having Paul on, and we'll have him back on the show soon. So anyways, we're starting a new segment of the show called The Grind. So this is kind of, we're bringing on people that grind to basically achieve their dreams one way or the other, which happens all the time in a place like Los Angeles. This is essentially the entertainment capital of the world. If you are an actor or a writer or a producer or a director, any of that type of stuff, a musician, you come to LA, you join the like 40 million other people in Southern California that are trying to do what you do and achieve your dreams. So me and Dan have been in acting class together for a few years. We've done scenes all the time. And Dan it's amazing. Dan, like, you're doing what I want to be doing. I mean, we got a movie out there, we got a show, but like, you're auditioning all the time. You're booking stuff. Dan, give me where you're from originally and kind of give me your backstory. And then what eventually made you end up in Gary's acting class? What did what, like with me, I had a teacher in high school that always wanted me to come out for theater. And there was no way. I was just too cool to hang out with the theater nerds. But it stuck in my head. And then later in life, I wanted, I don't know, just like to try some new stuff. And I Googled an acting class in Denver. And, like 9 years later, now I'm in LA. So, Tanya, real quick, Dan, Tanya touchdowns. If you got to go, just.
I do. I gotta run. Thank you guys, though.
Love you, girl.
I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye. Then we'll like I said, we'll get you blowing that whistle sooner or later.
Yeah, everybody was
Yeah, baby.
I'm surprised. It was mellow. Have a good night.
Okay, bye. Thanks for coming on. All right, Dan. Yeah, Dan, give us where you're from. What was your like backstory and what made you want to become an actor, as crazy as that is?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you for having me. And when you do find that mini Mickey Mantle rookie card, it's Stage Man Dan is the Dan you want to call. I'm a Los Angelino native. I was born here in San Fernando Valley.
Cool.
I had really no vision of acting or anything like this. I was a truck driver. I drove a truck for 35, 40 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
And left LA, went and lived in Nevada and Oregon and Texas, came back, and here I am. And I answered an ad on Craigslist, of all things, for free acting classes. I like the word free. What the hell? Hollywood's in my backyard. Let's peek over the fence and see what's going on. I answered the ad, went to they gave me a time to come for this, said to prepare a monologue. I had no idea what the hell a monologue was. So I went anyway. I showed up. I was doing music festivals in Texas. So I figured my monologue is, I'm going to introduce the band. I'm on stage and here, everybody, here I am. Let's go. Found out I was one of the recipients of free 4 weeks of class. I took that, found out he had a Groupon, bought 5 more weeks, ended up going to Europe for about a month on a rock and roll tour. I was the roadie for a rock band. Came back, stuck with the guy for about another year, and the more I did, the more I wanted. I found out it was a whole lot more than reading words off the paper.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I didn't know that. I figured, how hard could it be? Well, was I in for a surprise? But like I said, I just wanted more. I wanted more the more I did. And it's been, 8-9 years now? And it's been a grind. Yes, absolutely. There were times, we did have a shutdown there where the world was
Right.
a mess. But things started going just before that shutdown. It shut down. I had a little setback, but here I am now, to move forward. And just a couple hours ago, I got the email I'm booked on a local Toyota dealership commercial.
Yeah.
Boom.
Congratulations.
I've been, like Spencer says, I've been auditioning. What's that?
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I read that. I was like, whoa, right on. I got just a call back today. I did a live audition yesterday for live musical theater, which I missed the part of musical because I'm not a singer, but they wanted me to come in anyway. And hey, it's part of it. So I went in, prepared the song that they wanted, and sang, and thought I blew it. Oh my gosh, I had to look at my cheat sheet to get the words and all of that, but I got a call back. Whoa, okay. Boom, that blows your mind. And then here I went ahead and already recorded yesterday was live in person. The callback was just a self-tape, which is a big thing nowadays.
Yeah.
I got the song. I was doing it. It was due tomorrow at 3, but it was in my head. I set up the camera and already sent it in.
Yeah.
So yeah, things are rolling. And it feels good. Say again?
Yeah. Yeah, no, because I'm pretty. I mean, I'm impressed. Just in the how long you been in Gary's class now? Has it been a couple of years?
Yeah, it'll be 2 years in April or May. So just about 2 years.
I mean, you grind because you definitely I hate to say this, and I think a lot of people think that acting is easy, especially beautiful people. They don't, they think I'm moving to LA to be a superstar. They get here and realize there's 10 million other people just as beautiful as you are. And if you want to make it, you're going to have to grind. To me, it's kind of like, I don't play the guitar, but I would have to compare it to kind of like playing the guitar. Very few people could you just hand a guitar to and say, just play me a masterpiece without, I don't know if you're familiar with the theory of 10,000 hours of practice. Most human beings require 10,000 hours of practice to essentially be a master at something, unless you're freaking Eddie Van Halen or something and you can just, now you're a savant. Don't get me wrong. There are savants in this.
A couple of folks that hear something as soon as they hear it, they can play it right back up. You're
talking maybe one in 50 million people are like that. Other than that, you just grind on it. You grind because you love it. Like the very first time I ever stood up in an acting class, I was ready to literally pee my pants. But this is my other theory of it. It's the same reason that people get hooked on jumping out of airplanes is the same reason I think that I got so hooked on acting. That adrenaline rush, it scared the crap out of me. And I'm not going to lie, for me, I was horrible that first year. But I got hooked on that rush eventually when you just crush a scene, and the people that you meet just in general. I don't know. I got the acting bug and I got it hard. So I totally understand what you mean.
And well, it's to go along with the theme of the show, it's not different than sports. You can't just go out there and pick up a bat and be able to hit it or throw the touchdown with the football or anything else, hit that golf ball for a hole in one, right? You've got to grind at it. You got to keep going. You got to keep working and going and going. And everybody that thinks, oh, it's so easy, boy, they're done in a month, right? Yeah. Oh, shit, I didn't know it was that. And for me, I didn't even know. Actually, my acting, and I didn't know it then, it started 20 years ago when I was running a bar.
Yep.
And people would come into the bar they had many choices to go spend their money.
Mm-hmm.
They came into my place.
Yep.
I'm not going to sit in the corner and read the paper.
No.
I'm going to make them feel welcome. I'm going to talk to them, see what's going on, make them want to come back to spend money there again. We had live music 5 days a week, had a pizza parlor, you know, so it was a vibrant type of thing. But you couldn't, like I say, you can't just stand there and say, oh, you need that drink. Here you go. Have a good time. You know, give me your $5. It just, you know, you've got to engage with them to make them feel welcome. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't know it then, but that was really the start of my acting career.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir. You know, I've waited tables and bartended for 10 years. The man with the glasses on right there deserves an Oscar, just so you guys know. He's literally like an icon on the Platte River Bar and Grill deck for like 26 years. Like Tony, I mean, I've talked to you about this before. Like if you were to ever roll into an acting class, like once you got over the nerves of it, you would crush. If I took you to Benji Dobrin for like a year, I'm just telling you, because everything, you know, you might not realize that show that you put on the patio or wherever, it is no different than acting. And that's one of the reasons why I was never really, well, no, I want to say never really, but I wasn't as intimidated by the audience. Because if you've waited on 1,020 tops and 30 tops in your life, you know, as opposed to somebody who is like a librarian or or something, you're way ahead of the game. You know, it's all an act. You know, everybody essentially, you know.
But with you cats, you know, and I'm going to talk to both you two for a quick second. You know, with both you two stepping up to the mic, you know, you're speaking to the podium, you're talking to the crowd, but you're not talking to the crowd. You're being an actor.
No,
how does that feel?
Spencer, I told Tony he should have allowed to Los Angeles with you like 3 or 4 years ago, like before COVID. He'd already been like
that's where the classes come in hand. You've got the basics down. Put it that way. All your, you know, like you're, I don't know, Dan, what the hell does Gary say? You know, you already have no problem acting private in public. Like Tony, every day when you give the the special, you give your spiel about the special of the day. Do it right now. Give me the steak taco special right now, Tony.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the great day today. For $10.99, you got 2 wet corn tortillas, seasoned steak tacos, where you got the fresco cheese with avocado slices with a sour cream drizzle. You got black beans and Spanish rice. But for a little bit of extra, would you like to add sour cream or guacamole? I love you.
Guacamole, keep your sour cream, and I'll order one. That was great. Yeah, that's acting. You got it, man.
You see,
that's what you do.
That is a freaking monologue.
Yeah, right. You're acting. You're being private in public. You have to be vulnerable. You can't be afraid to let yourself out. I didn't know that when you create a character, a lot of that character is a lot of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm filming I'm in a new series that's going to come out in a few months on YouTube TV called The Enforcements. I'm Banner, the villainous super dude. Yeah. Anyway, I'm the villain in the show, and the Enforcements are trying to they want to take me down, but I'm not going to let them take me down because I am Banner. Nobody can get rid of me. Yeah,
baby.
And I can fly. I can shoot electricity out of my fingers and throw electric balls at you and zap you. And it's been a lot of fun. To create this character. So, and a lot of it has to do with Gary and his help. I feel I have progressed a lot because of this now class that I'm in. All the other classes, maybe it was a lot of me that I just wasn't taking it seriously or seriously enough. And then now I've hunkered down and am putting in the work.
Yeah.
And like anything, playing sports, whatever it is, grinding away at it and working it, and boom, things are starting to spin and come my way. And it's a damn feeling. Good feeling.
When did you start grinding? Like when did you decide, okay, I'm done with everything else, I'm gonna start acting? Like how old was you right then?
How old was I?
What part of life was you doing that? Was it like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago?
No, I've only been at this maybe 8 years now.
Right on. Heck yeah.
So probably it started right before the world shut down. During that, right when things were starting to come back, I actually had a cool vignette in a scene with a very famous actress that everybody would know who she is. And I got sick and had to take a delay for a couple years, and now things are starting to spin back up.
Yeah, cool.
And it's cool. Within the last couple of years, when I had a different outlook on things, now I'm more focused, and I don't know if I know how to do it or what needs to be done, but I have help with my small acting family that is helping me along with it.
Yeah. I like that.
Totally. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yep. And it's, well, sweet guys. I don't know. Anybody got any other questions for Stage Man Dan? And
actually, let me throw this in real quick. Also, not only my small acting family, but my dear family. Yeah, my mom, my sisters, their husbands, nephews, nieces, they've been phenomenal to support me.
You know what?
I think they're on. Some of them might be on watching right now. My mom, hopefully she's watching. She might be watching. 93 years old, and is probably my biggest fan. Love you, Mom.
Heck yeah.
Hello, Mama.
Yeah, but it's awesome. It's always about the village. You know what I mean? And I think it's important that people understand and get to hear how authentic you are about your story. You know what I mean? So many people think you just pull up in LA and it just happens. It's the same thing in sports. You know what? I remember telling kids, or when they get drafted or whatever, did you sign to get drafted? I mean, did you do this to get drafted, or did you do this to make it to the major leagues? Because there's a difference. If you did it just to get drafted, your mission and your dream is over. But if you did this to get to the major leagues, then you still have to grind and you have to go to work just like you guys do. And I believe that's why it's important to add the segment of the grinder, because hey, every day everyone's grinding to to make their life better, but whatever it may be. You know what I mean? They're grinding to be the best at whatever it is they're trying to be the best at. So I applaud you for that. Thank you for letting us be a part of it. I was taking notes because I believe we can learn from everyone. You know what I mean? So just what you were saying, I could take and use towards my everyday life. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah. And it's chasing your dreams. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, especially like Dan, you were born in the San Fernando Valley. I'll just kind of wrap up with this, but you have to understand in America, you have one Los Angeles. You have actors all over America. Every one of those actors, for the most part, their dream is to get to Los Angeles. And I would say maybe 1 out of 10, maybe 1 out of 100, if you take the entire country, ever get to Los Angeles or New York. And I just know this from being an actor in Denver for a long time. All of my friends, all of your acting buddies are perpetually planning the big move to Los Angeles. And for 9 out of 10 of them, it never happens. You know,
but don't you think that's about that? It's like that, and at the top of every field, so to speak. Though, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think I was listening to something Denzel said, and when he was, basically borrowing money and doing stuff to get where he's at, he kept coming back, perseverance, because people said, the guy kept saying no, no, no. He kept saying yeah, 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 and then once he got his opportunity, his resume speaks for itself. But I think the world we live in today I think there's too many people that are affiliated or associated with people that say what they want to hear instead of telling them the truth. You know what I mean? Because hang around people that are going to tell you the truth, because that's going to make you better. We're not saying you have to be an athlete. We're not saying you have to be an actor. We're just saying whatever it is, someone that's going to tell you the truth is going to make you a better person. And I think we have to get back to that way of thinking, and that the way I don't want to say we are brought up, because I'm not saying people are bringing up kids the wrong way. I just think, what? The world doesn't owe you anything. Nope. You want to get paid. Hard days work for a hard day's pay. If you want to get paid, put in the work, and hopefully, you will get paid. But you got, too many people say, they show up at 8, they have their coffee, and they're talking to all their colleagues. Hey, you're supposed to start working at 8. You're not supposed to show up at 8. You know what I mean? It's a hard day's work for a hard day's pay. You know what I mean? And people say, well, you can say that because you play sports and you made a lot of money. But no, you can't say that. I was taught early, if you're not early, you're late. You know what I mean? So we had times, my whole life has been structured where bus leaves at this time. You have to be there for stress. You have to be there for treatment. You have to be there, ever since high school. So a hard day's work for a hard day's pay. You just don't get to wake up and just say, I deserve this. That's not the way the world works. So I applaud you for, your perseverance and, the grind.
Yeah.
Good job, man. God bless you.
Dan, one of the true, an inspiration, one of the true grinders out here doing it in LA. So, all right, guys, anybody else got anything else? And if not, we'll probably call this another episode of Sports and Tacos.
Let's see what Super Bowl brings, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what Super Bowl brings. My money's on San Francisco right now. It could change. I just can't tell you. But at that same time, at that same rhyme, I promise everybody we all be drinking tequila.
I'm out here on the island right now. Bama, you got your Brave stuff on already, huh?
Oh, I'm ready for baseball now. Yes, indeed, Greg. I got the Braves on. Heck yes. Now, I'll let my March Madness, but yeah, I'm definitely ready for some baseball.
All right, thank you, guys.
My Michigan's tough.
Cheers.
To a great 2024, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Cheers. Thank you.
Hey, Dan, it's a pleasure, brother. It's a pleasure to meet you. God bless you.
Likewise. Have me back. I'll even talk.
All right, everybody, have a good night.
All right. Thank you, Spencer.
See you guys.
All right.
Spencer. We'll see you guys.